Ambassador also, who is a member of the team. Chidi Omeje is a member of the team. Aduche Nosa is also a member of the team. Acho Emeka is a member of the team. Angela Waya Bernard is a member of the team. Comrade Dayton of Boniface is also a member of the team. Sir Irwin ACI is a member. Barrister Ichiachi Akada is also a member. Your Excellency, may I at this point invite the team leader for the mission statement, Dr. Patrick Ifeanyi Oba.
Something that sounds new in the language of people in the southeast of Nigeria. It is not Ohaism, and it is not cultural or other sort of organizations. Nzukumuna is a think tank organization. And the reason for its existence is that for a very long time in the history of Nigeria, the Igbos have approached national problems with a kind of emotional outburst. Sometimes that has led us into difficulties in a country that we have to build more than any other ethnic group in the context of the country. So, Nzukumuna is thinking of a new approach. Yes, we recognize, we acknowledge that in this country which Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe led is the march for independence. The Igbos seem not to be getting what should be their due. But sometimes we think it is the approach rather than the genuineness of our demand that is standing on our way. So Nzukumuna has come up with a new. We cannot fight alone if we have to achieve our proper place in the context of our country. The only way we can achieve what is our due is by spreading our wings to accommodate, to befriend, to make alliances with other ethnic nationalities of Nigeria. The starting point we have decided is what practically everyone here knows. Your Excellency, I am sure you are foremost in the knowledge that if Nigeria is to make any real, genuine progress, if we are to lead the battle to emancipate Africa, if we are to help raise the place of the black man on the surface earth, obviously, Nigeria has to lead that charge. And if Nigeria has to lead that charge, to remove Yoruba and the Igbo solidarity from that battle is already a failed enterprise. So for too long, we have been at something that sounds like loggerheads with so many other people, including our immediate neighbors and natural allies, people of the South. But Uzukumuna, in this think-tanking approach, now said, let us make the first approach to the Yorubas. And when we tried, the response we got from them was phenomenal. So we said, yes, if the Yoruba and the Igbo can come together, not in any gang up against anyone, because this is not a partisan thing, but in a genuine alliance of understanding and mutual cooperation and collaboration, we can take Nigeria so many more miles forward. That is the basis of this engagement. Your Excellency, we are so sorry, and I think my chairman would have discussed with you, and we would have apologized profusely for our inability so far to come to brief you on this matter until this last moment. The reason I'm repeating this is because tomorrow is the day when we are taking the first step in trying to change the narrative of Igbo-Yoruba relations in Nigeria. We know there have been talk, but for the first time, we want to match this talk with practical action. And that practical action is the handshake across the Niger. If you recall, the youth was the first person I heard use the word handshake across the Niger. But it wasn't followed practically. And now, Uzukumuna, in alliance with Ohanes and Igbo, which is the cultural umbrella body of the Igbos, we are saying time is long overdue for that handshake to take place. And it is taking place tomorrow in Enugu, the capital of the former Eastern Nigeria. This is why we apologize for coming to you so late. Now, in this handshake, so many important personalities from across the two ethnic groups are going to be here present in our zone of Nigeria. The ONU is leading the Yoruba team. The ONU of Malaysia is leading the team of the Igbos. So you can see that this is a very serious step we are taking tomorrow at Enugu. So, Excellency, why are we here? Again, I suppose that deserves another apology for coming to you so late. In carrying out a huge project like this, so much goes into the logistics. And some of us have worked morning, afternoon, and night for the past 1 year or even longer, trying to put this together. Unfortunately, we are working from a virtual platform. We do not have a secretariat, we do not have a technical support facility. The members of Uzukumuna range from the United States, they are based in Europe, they are based in Asia, they are all over the world. And of course, those of us who are here who are pushing the whole project. That is why we are so late, sir. Now, any assistance we could get from Your Excellency will go a long way in ensuring that our visitors will leave Enugu with a memory they can always want to refer back to. That's part of the reason we are here. We are also here for all the publicity the event itself can garner tomorrow, And the after-event publicity and canvassing, I can assure you, Your Excellency, because I am not a politician, but I know that what we are trying to do is positive for Nigeria and not has no correlation of negativity whatsoever. So whether someone is in the FPC or PDP or whatever party, our sole interest is the good and the longevity of our country, Nigeria. So thank you, Your Excellency, for listening to us at such short notice. Thank you, sir.
Well, I think there's a bit of omission, Your Excellency, from because the bit of this friendship beyond brotherhood, the handshake. You remember during before the war, Ebonyi, who is our brother, had a Yoruba colleague called Fajri. And when it was time, people came for Ebonyi. Fajri insisted that he would not leave Ebonyi unless the odds were killed him. And that is a Yoruba man sacrificing his life by an Igbo man. I would like Ambassador Wu to take us on this just for 2 minutes to get to the root of some of the reasons why this symbolic handshake is very, very important to the Igbo nation. Thank you.
Your Excellency, Governor, and members of the State Executive Team. Let me start from where my chairman has just started. If you don't recall, relations between the Igbos and Yorubas have been laced with suspicion and rivalry. And this has cast the minds of the Igbos to think that Yorubas cannot do business with us. But the Yorubas have been very quick to remind us, and constantly too, that they have shown us, even in the face of difficulty, how loyal they can be. And they consistently point to the sacrifice that Fajri, Lieutenant Colonel Fajri, made when he could have very quickly given up Ebonyi without committing himself to it. But he chose, as a symbol of the loyalty, honor, and courage that he felt Yoruba stand for, to say very clearly to those who came for them that you cannot go without me. Part of what we want to do today, or tomorrow, Your Excellency, is to see how we can start from the ashes of that gruesome event in 1966 to build a new relation, a narrative that will say to the younger generation behind us that we can do business with the Yorubas, that they are not as treacherous as we have seemed to cast them in the past. We can do business with them. And indeed, what sins that they have committed against us are pardonable. It can be written off in order for us to start a new program. Tomorrow, Your Excellency, the families of Ebonyi, led by their matriarch, Victoria Ebonyi, Chief Mrs. Victoria Ebonyi, and the son, Ambassador Tom Ebonyi, will be with us at the event in Enugu. So also the children of Fajri. We've just been told that Mrs. Fajri passed on a few years back, but they are sending a very strong representative of the family to be at this event. So tomorrow, Your Excellency, with the two families by our sides, and with us, the Igbos and the Yorubas, the royal father, Obio Onisha, and the Oromi of this day, we want to start a new narrative, a narrative of cooperation, a narrative of collaboration, and a narrative of prosperity that will see to the growth of Nigeria and the prosperity of Africa. Thank you very much.
Excellency, thank you. And I want us to state that everything we are doing today is under our guidance. The DG will also be attending the ceremony. In fact, we've been with the DG since this morning. And then also the leader of Afghanistan is also coming with the Uganda. In fact, they have over 60 people, including the former governor of Ondo State, coming all the way through the road. And then the flight where our charter clear for the Union of Israel and also the governor of the state of India. We have also talked with Southeast governors who also will be in attendance, but because of their schedule, going to Abuja and coming, we will not be able we are written with the back. So it doesn't look to the expo that we're just coming in to see the leader of the chairman of the governor's forum, just a little event. We've been communicating with written letters, but because of the busy schedule of the governor, we've not been able to come. And then we just want to thank you once more for giving us the opportunity of meeting the expo. It shows how transparent and how committed you are to the cause of people nation. God bless you.
Excellency, the Deputy Governor of the State, Your Excellency, the National Vice Chairman of our party, PDP, the party Chairman, the father of the party, the State Secretary to Government, also, and all the principal officers of the House, honorable commissioners, the Senior Special Advisor, Reverend Father Gramulali, and other Senior Special Assistants, the press. Together is I call you to join me to welcome my very good brother and friend, Dr. Ifeanyi Ubah, and other excellencies and team members of Uzuko Muna who are here with us today. You are welcome, sir. Let me first commend you very highly for this initiative. Sorry, we have the Vice Chairman of Ohanese, we have Senator, I no one make I see our leaders, Senator Ngijingene is here with us, the Chairman of Ohanese, Ebonyi State is also here, our Divine Mandate Director General is here, the First Minister in Ebonyi State is here, our elder statesman, Chairman of the event is here. I'm not seeing other who are offended. Ali, are you also among the prophets? Okay, so some of our leaders, we ask them to come and join us to welcome you. So we want to say welcome, sir. First is that this initiative is very commendable. Very, very commendable. My friend Chinwe is with you. I think Jinimugu is somewhere there. Okay. He's been trying to see me. I didn't know it's on the same subject. You're welcome. And Your Excellency is welcome. One is to commend you very highly for this initiative. And I think this level of understanding is very much needed, especially amongst these two groups, the brothers Yoruba people and the brother Igbo people. And of late we have had to extend our relationship southeast, to south-south, to build a bridge of unity, unity of love and unity of trust. And I think we have successfully done that as governors of southeast and south-south. We regularly hold our meetings. And we have said what you are saying also with this South-South. I said, look, whatever was the suspicion and mistrust, let bygone be bygone. I believe that the more we can relate, one geopolitical zone, with another, the more peaceful we can be in Nigeria. And we can always sort out our differences. So we've done that. We've gone further again to do Southern Governors Meeting. Which Ambode is our chairman, and I'm the co-chairman. Kingston is also a co-chairman. All these efforts to build, bridge of unity and a platform for a better and a more stable Nigeria. We have done that, and this is very, very important. And I'm happy that we are coming out this, this form. Unfortunately, when we had very disturbing issues, with our Igbo young brothers, we didn't hear the voice of our leaders. I commend Ohanese very, very highly. It was leadership alongside with the Southeast governors, because the issue was who we bear the car that time, and we had to put up our neck, to be slaughtered. And we knew that the activities of IPOB was not what the Igbos did. And so we came out strongly to say, no, we proscribe IPOB, in Igbo land. And our phone, I remember my phone was ringing every 1 second. What was it? Insults upon insults and all kinds of stuff. But it was the right thing for us to do, to save the Igbo man and to save the entire country, and to also safeguard the lives and properties of those who are not from Igbo and living with us. Vis-a-vis that of Igbos living outside Igbo land. So we did that. I remember that one man, one of our illustrious sons, Fabian Wara, called me from Abuja, and he commended very, very highly. We expected our illustrious sons to commend that initiative, because we are still talking is because the president of Hanese, together with Southeast governors, and became the stood their ground, courageously did that. And so I'm happy because this kind of formation is something that will further assist, in checkmating such things. Because this issue of anybody coming up and you want to speak for the Igbos, even when you don't understand the formation of the Igbos, you can't even define how your father came to be and his lineage. But you want to speak for the Igbos, you want to lead the Igbos. It's very, very important. And so I want to commend you, very, very highly for this. But let me tell you something very, very disturbing. I've said this in a couple of fora, that it's only in Igbo land that you have our illustrious businessmen and women. You have our technocrats, highly gifted. You have our influential, leaders jumping from one political party to the other, In other regions, you don't see their big men being members of political parties. You don't see them. They are there supporting any government at the center and in power. They support government when they are doing their businesses, and they support government at the center. But the Igbo man is always jumping from there to here and here and here. And it's very degrading and eroding. And that's why when you mix politics and business, they'll come after you. Because when you're fighting, you have to fight with everything I have. That is the politics, the business of politics. So this platform should advise our people, those who are successful in business, separate yourselves from politics. Support any government where you are doing business and support the government at the center. That's what the likes of Dangote are doing, the likes of Ojoda that are doing, of your whiskey, the Dantatas. I can go ahead and name them. That's how to start. And this is very important. Because it's very disturbing when an Igbo man, successful Igbo man, very enterprising and employing hundreds and thousands of people, being arrested. So it defeats every sense, of decency. And so it's only when you touch the pot that there will be a noise. And so if anybody is doing any ethnic cleansing, we should be able to see it very clearly. And we can together say, no, it's not possible, it can't happen. This country belongs to all of us. And we have to look at it as such and be very courageous in looking at it. Let me again thank you, sir. You see, for this program to succeed, all those who are involved must resign from politics. That's the first thing, to be honest. you cannot come to my state and then you attend a rally in my state. You castigate me, because even if you don't castigate me with your mouth, those that castigate me, you know the Bible lists about a number of sins. And they say, God said that those that do this thing, including those that take pleasure in those that do them, they are guilty of hellfire. So even if you are there and you're not speaking, but somebody is speaking, you're taking pleasure in that. And so how do I believe you? How do I say you are Omona? So the first stage is that anybody who is a member of Ohanese is apolitical, and it is working, and it is very good for us. And so for this to succeed, everyone that is connected to this must have to be apolitical. That's where Dave Umar as a person, not Ebonyi State, will take this very seriously. I take your apologies for coming to us late. But let me tell you that for a matter that is this serious, he called me on phone. He's my very good friend. I have tremendous respect for him. And we allow this because of his personality and person. And so I'm head of Ambassador Jaco and not. I reach more of you than see you in person. You know, but I have my respect, you know, for you because of tremendous, you know, goodwills, you know, that you know, you comment. But let me say something, sir, that is not your fault. One thing you have not known is that the story of Ebonyi has been rewritten. We are never taken seriously, but it's no longer the same. Probably you don't have any Ebonyi person that is qualified to be a member, and you want us to join you in it. You have to think to that. That was left the way it was left is no longer the same. If you cannot hear, then probably we have to take you around to see that. Sorry, sir. You know, why I fought IPOP was, in the first place, this idea of Ebonyi State is being used to add up. It doesn't work with me, because we all went to the same university. We all have different, diverse kinds of gifts. Ebonyi State is not giving a gift that is small. We have measures in academic fields and in business fields, and we have people that can stand with you to do some of these things that you are doing. When Senedec started, they did the same thing, and I said, I will support you, because Ebonyi people are not in the board. They went to adjust. So let it be in the mind of every man that Ebonyi State is no longer the same. You know, it's no longer the same. I love what Soludo said. He said that when you even come in the land of Biafra, that there is also marginalization within the land of Biafra. And so we have to play the game of equality. We have to play the game of respect for one another. And that's when we can say that we are one now. You know, my father married more than one wife. And for peace to be, the way we treat our, you know, other house is the way we treat our own house. And that's the way you see that there is peace. So we are tempted to say, sir, that we will not come to Enugu tomorrow. Why? You are just seeing us. What does it show? I'm the chairman of Southeast Governors Forum for crying out loud. And this arrangement should start with Southeast Governors and the Ohanese. For me to even stand here talking, I took permission from the chairman of Ohanese, the president, and he said it's away. Otherwise, it could have been a coup against, you know, an epic civil cultural organization. So, sir, I think we are not happy. You know, and it's not the first time. Everything that is done this way has always been the way it is done. We are never taken very seriously. We are never, you know, asked to stand up to be counted. So we are not happy. Tomorrow is the event. What do you think we can do? You know, to stop everything we are doing to do that. So we will be joining you in your next program, but it will be very difficult tomorrow, sir. I will be joining you when you have adjusted this. Okay? Thank you, sir. And God bless you. Thank you.
Let me just stand on the system. Let me just stand on the. It's very important that I stand on the system of the plate for that omission, Excellency, and then to ratify some of this that the way you do things with your I apologize. I want to apologize for that. But let me state my position with this woman. I am the chairman of LOC. My role as the chairman of LOC is to make things happen for Labour. I am not a leader of this woman. This woman is stronger outside Nigeria. It's a team of professionals from America, London. Some of them, he was the ambassador of Nigeria in Switzerland. He was the ambassador to Namibia. So these young people came together to form this movement. But the point is this, a man in America might not know how to approach you, might not know how to get in touch with you. So I found myself as the chairman of LOC. I didn't even like it. You know, but my role is to call you. If you know what it took me to call you, it means that I love my nation, the Igbo nation. I have to call all the governors. I was personally involved with Governor of Abia State. I was personally involved. I went to see Rochas in his own time. I went to see the governor of Anambra. They just came back from we went to see the governor of Enugu State. Even the governor of Enugu State also made his own complaint because he wasn't carried along. Somebody must bridge the gap, sir. And that's why I want to apologize to Ebonians. And I can't even state the members of Ebonyi that are here. I have a member here, and so many of them. So if he's not a member of this community, he won't be here. They will want to go, and so many of them. So you need to clear yourselves. But I'm talking myself. So at least I can excuse myself. You are very right in your station, sir. Very, very right. But if you look at, we don't even need to know who is who in this platform, sir. Not to deliberate action, sir.
I think, Chairman, let me tell you something. It is our...
Sorry.
Well, our position is not debatable, sir. We've taken a position, so it is for the next time to amend and then carry us along. We are a brother state, like but treat us like we treat others. There's no amount of explanation that will change our position because it is one of the things we are determined as a state to do. That any Ebonyi man anywhere will stand up with no complex, but to compete just like others. So it's not something that we can wish away or explain away. So the important thing is that is very solid for us to attend. But our lazy can attend. And then you go back and adjust. We have people in America. I even have somebody in America. So many from my town. So go back and adjust. I appreciate your body. But you've always had my number and that of my deputy. Three of us are common friends. So, not a problem. National anthem.
Thank you.